A strong message that I want to convey here is tell students that their brain grows when they get a question wrong. Tell students that their brain grows when they struggle, when they look at their errors and they say, hey, that's interesting. That you shouldn't be ashamed of their mistakes, that they should view that as something interesting, something to explore. When they do that, they will actually physically form neural connections. Their brain will actually grow. Next, as an educator, we can praise wisely to students. When we give praise to students, which we often do to build self-esteem and encourage students, for how clever they are. How clever they are. We might actually be encouraging them to develop a fixed mindset, which might limit their learning potential. Usually we praise students for how clever they are. On the other hand, if we praise students for the hard work and the process that they are engaged in, then that helps to develop a growth mindset. You know the subtle difference between praising for their cleverness, their intelligence, and praising for their hard work. Our researchers show that when we praise children for the process they engage in, for their hard work, for their strategies, for their focus, and for their perseverance, they learn that challenge seeking, they learn that resilience. Studies show that educators and children having a growth mindset encourages and focus on effort rather than on intelligence or talent, which helps us to make them high achievers in school and in life. We have to send the right message that taking on a challenging task is what I admire. I just don't admire your score. I just don't admire your intelligence. I admire you taking on a challenging task. Sticking to something and trying many strategies, that's what I admire. That struggling means you are committed to something and are willing to work hard. I strongly advocate that parents around the dining table and teachers in the classroom should ask, who had a fabulous struggle today? Isn't it an interesting question? Students with a growth mindset are far more likely to take on more challenging work and succeed at it than students with a fixed mindset, even if all other factors remain the same. Next, help children develop empathy. A few of the activities to develop empathy are writing exercises, opportunities for cultural exchanges, and encouraging active listening, etc. This can lead to more empathy among teens. A few more powerful methods are provide attainable challenges. So say when I say provide attainable challenges, students need to be given clear and concise steps to take to achieve a goal. Whether it's how to solve a math problem or how to write a paragraph, smaller goals attainable over a while are easier to manage. By bravely attempting smaller steps leading up to a larger goal, in the end, the student will gain a feeling of success and achievement. In return, they will be more apt to put forth the necessary efforts on more complex tasks. The confidence needed to achieve is built by the series of smaller achievements. This is the stepping stone for a growth mindset. Next, give opportunities to face obstacles. You don't want everything to come easily for your students, right? Providing them with only easy tasks and praising them for giving unwarranted rewards will be counterintuitive to your goals. Learning a growth mindset requires facing challenges. So go ahead and give them the challenge words or the spellings list or the complex writing assignment. These are obstacles that they might be able to face, and it gives them the practice they need to build a growth mindset. Something like, this is going to be hard, but I'll try and follow the steps. I know to tackle it. Next, teach and model good attitudes. Find some good quality growth mindset books. Read it aloud and express or show examples of a growth mindset. You can also model good attitudes by speaking aloud as you solve any problem. Verbalizing your thought process, use words that show you are persisting, you are confident, you are capable, and you teach the children. You also teach the children why you are speaking to yourself in such ways. Encourage them to speak to themselves in that manner as well. Remember, it becomes easy for children to develop a growth mindset if they see you following the same. Next, view failure as learning. Children will pick up these cues from you. What you say, how you respond, and what you do about failure will determine their attitudes as well. Whenever possible, express failure in more positive terms. So, say instead of saying you failed, say your efforts were not 100%. Instead of saying you failed, you can say your attitude towards this task was lacking. Or at the very minimum, you didn't take all of the necessary steps. Take the opportunity to review the actions or steps necessary to achieve and encourage them to try again. Ask them to participate. What they have now learned from the experience of not meeting the expectations. So, what did they learn in the failure? Ask them to practice that. All things are difficult, my dear friends, before they are easy. This is the mantra for growth mindset. Next, provide opportunities to celebrate the success of others. This is something very important. Encourage students to share in the joy of another student's achievement in an area. Praise and reward things, but remember, praise other than intelligence or good grades. Praise their efforts. Praise the process of their persistence. The best thing we can do for children, instead of teaching them to be successful, teach them how to respond when they are not successful. Friends, you can only go as far as your mind lets you. You can either stay within your comfort zone and continue to wish, hope, and dream for a better life, or I challenge you today to push yourself a little higher, aim a little bigger, be brave enough to take that first step outside your comfort zone to create the life that you want to become. Remember, what you truly believe is what you can achieve. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure.